Hola, bienvenidos todas y todos de nuevo a mi canal. Vamos a seguir con nuestra querida Enea, véase yo. Y vamos a ver qué nos depara después de Eden Prime. O Eden Prime, o como queráis pronunciarlo. No hay nada por aquí para cotillear. Mira, Keigan. ¿Te puedo disparar? No, vale.
Commander, I'm glad to see you're okay. Losing Jenkins was hard on the crew and
sí, ha sido súper triste y súper duro porque es que lo queríamos tanto, era... Oh.
Things were pretty rough down there.
Yeah, you never get used to seeing dead civilians. It doesn't seem right somehow. But at least you stopped Saren from wiping out the whole colony.
En verdad la misión fue un absoluto fracaso.
Dead Marines, dead colonists, and in the end we still didn't get that beacon.
Maybe you're right. Things went bad, real bad. I still can't believe we lost Jenkins.
Pero qué pesado en Jenkins. Pero que Jenkins salió una vez, 2 segundos. Ya está. No hubo más de Jenkins. Echaremos de menos a Jenkins. Los soldados mueren.
No, I know that, but I don't have to like it.
It's been a hell of a shakedown, Cruz. Our first mission ends with one Spectre killing another.
Ya te digo.
The Citadel Council's not going to be happy about that. Probably use it to lever more concessions out of the Alliance.
You've got a good grasp of the situation. You a career man?
Yeah, a lot of biotics are. We're not restricted, but we sure don't go undocumented. May as well get a paycheck for it. Besides, my father served. I made him proud when I enlisted. Eventually. But is that why you're here? Because of your family?
No es nada serio, pero párate. Estoy en esto por la acción. Yo no tengo familia, troncoa.
If they wanted to see me, they'd have contacted me after that mess a few years back.
Oh, that's right, a cruise.
Sí, a cruise.
I imagine that bought you any post in the fleet. Word is we're heading for the Citadel, ma'am. Can you, tell me why?
No, mis labios están
The captain's
sellados.
briefing was confidential.
Understood, ma'am. Whatever happens, we'll be ready, Commander.
Rebeldía. Es que con Keidan me sale el lado oscuro. Hola, doctora.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Vamos a
How well
preguntar.
do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
L2?
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
¿Le explota la
What kind of
cabeza?
complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity,
Más o
crippling
menos.
physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Guau, pues las migrañas a
What do you know
veces
about
son
Captain Anderson?
lo puto
I've
peor.
served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't
Ha
quite
leído
as
muchas
romantic
novelas
as I
esta
imagined.
señora.
But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse. And the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe
Ahora
taking
quiere
a
volver a
position
la
at one
Tierra.
of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
Y nosotros no queremos que nos abandones. Te queremos, doctora Chacuas. Tenía que mirar el nombre, madre mía. Hola, gente. ¿Persona que es idéntica a mí? Oh, Dios mío, y que está hablando sin mover los labios. Es muy interesante hablar con la mirada. Oh, Dios mío, ¿qué estarán contando? No lo sé. No sé hablar... Ojil. Hola,
I'm
Ashley.
glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Qué pesaos con Jenkins. Vuelvo a repetirme.
When your number comes up, it's over. His did.
Do you really believe that, Commander? After what happened to you on Akuz?
Vale, aquí
Are
ha
you
sido
saying
a lo
you only
mejor.
survived because of random chance?
Tengo que irme. Huyo de mis propias decisiones. He tenido suerte.
Akuz was a bloodbath. Even now, I don't know how I survived. I guess it just wasn't my time.
With respect, sir, I think you had somebody watching over you.
Things were pretty rough down
Okay.
there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
Otra vez, la misión fue un fracaso. Bueno, venga, va. Esto es verdad, me ayudaste.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy.
¿Por qué?
It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
No me decepciones.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
Mira, con Keidan 2 de rebeldía y con esta 2 de... Uy, hola, te he encontrado. Mira, si tienes tu cama aquí. Uy. Fiesta en la cama del capitán.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
Cuando me parezca bien. Vale, pues voy a hacer primero una fiesta, si te parece bien, en tu cama. Y luego ya... ¿Qué me sale? Que tengo que abrir. Taquilla de Shepard. Vamos a quedárnoslo todo. Nosotros nos lo quedamos. Si nos lo dan... vale, se podía ir en ascensor o andando. Pero no me acuerdo si en ascensor era... ¿Se bajaba abajo? Sí, bajabas abajo. Y no me puedo mover. Pues vale. ¿Ya? Ahora. Vale. Vale, ya. El maco. Wow, el maco. Este era como
Hey,
la
Commander.
tienda, ¿no?
Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods.
Mods,
It's not standard
por favor.
Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Creo que no voy a pagar. Bueno,
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more
¿Y
than
de
I
dónde
planned.
los sacas?
But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Muéstramelo. Buah. Ay, ni siquiera se puede mover, jo. Armadura. Vale. Francotirador. Dios, qué precios, chaval. O sea... Venga, va, te lo compro. Pero es que mira qué precios, que los tengo en rojo. Vale. Luego vendré a vender, que también puedo. Solamente tengo la taquilla y mi taquilla. A ver. Lo mismo y encima incluso peor. A ver. Bueno. Después de mirar esto. ¿Y por ahí a dónde se va? ¿Dónde se va? ¿Dónde se va? Pues madre mía, qué rápido te cansas. ¿Quién eres? ¿Quién eres? ¿Otra vez estáis hablando con los ojos? Madre mía, y mi hermana gemela siempre está aquí, ¿eh? ¡Hala! Y este es el hermano... Este es Shepard, hombre. En feo, pero Shepard, hombre. El Adams y tú... nadie. Interesante.
Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
Qué pesados todos con Jenkins. But they. Jenkins por aquí, Jenkins por allá. Uy. Se ha metido sola en el ascensor. Vale. Por aquí arriba. ¡Pum! A ver, ¿qué hay aquí? Ah, sí, lo de la tal. Vale, doy por supuesto que todo esto es el códice. Vale, que luego leeré. ¿Puedo abrir la...? Jo, pero si yo soy el oficial. Hola.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Presley, ¿qué haces? O sea, ¿te estás dando cuenta de lo que están haciendo tus manos? Te has cansado de fingir que trabajas, ¿eh? Si es que todo lo que tengo aquí son unos vagos. ¡Unos vagos! Mira, estoy segurísima que todas son mis hermanas gemelas. Y hermanos gemelos de Shepard, hombre.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See the taxpayer money at work.
Pues seguramente que en cerveza y... cerveza. Cerveza galáctica. Wow.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too.
Look at that monster. It's big
Ay,
enough to
Joker.
break through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
Normandy es R1.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
Mi mejor amigo.
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was
Ambassador.
well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Véase. Pasamos de ti.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Sí, porque Jenkins ha muerto.
In case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are.
Wow, qué cambiazo le han hecho a Udina, ¿no? Ahora está incluso más viejo.
Saren's their top agent.
No, o me da a mí la sensación. Es la verdad.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. If they don't stop him, I will.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden
No ha sido mi culpa.
You could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
Dios mío, pero que te han pasado los labios.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
Vale.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Ya te digo. Uf, el mapa, ¿lo es como lo odiaba? El mapa. Horrible. Madre mía. Anda que no me liaba yo. Buah, todavía me acuerdo la primera vez que fui por la ciudadela. Era como... Uy, qué bonita la luz. Mira eso. Cómo pasa por los... Mira cómo van los coches. Yo quiero conducir. No podemos ir en coche. Ashley.
I can't tell the aliens from the animals.
Ok. Me he quedado... No... Ok. A ver. Ajá, voy a meterme en el programa. Y... ¡Ay! Me he equivocado de botón. ¡Ah! Informe de patrulla de la Alianza. La capitana Hendrickson ha informado de lecturas inusuales de energía durante su patrulla por el cúmulo Argo-Ro. Estaba especialmente preocupada por el sistema Hydra, pero tuvo que volver antes de que su equipo pudiera investigar más a fondo. No hay patrullas programadas en este sector. Sí, yo. Yo. No. Yo iré. ¿Tienes algo que decir? Vale. Nada importante. ¿Aquí qué hay? Hola.
Understand what you're saying, but these allegations are very serious. This is serious. My reputation is at stake. I spoke with the consort in confidence, and her
a ver la boca.
betrayed that confidence. All right. I will look into
Hola.
it for you.
Ay, cómo suena.
Do not do anything rash.
Hola.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Dan.
Ostras, me acaban de recordar a los Ents. A los árboles del Señor del Anillo.
Volus Ambassador, is there something I can do for you, Earth Clan?
Earth Clan. Y este señora Jean Corlac me recuerda a una persona asmática intentando respirar.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, Earth Clan.
Earth Clan.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
Push it.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Pues eso lo encuentro un poco mal, porque si fuiste la segunda especie que fue que descubrió la ciudadela, no sé, tendría que ser.
We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and
a no ser que nos esté mintiendo.
Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
No estamos dotados físicamente, véase, tengo asma y muero.
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Dan. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The Earth Clan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Elcor or Volus part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the Earth Clans, it would seem.
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
Pues vamos a seguir. Así pierdes más tiempo.
For the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
No, sí, ya he ido, ya he hablado con él. No quiero volver.
Space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
Eres muy majo, señor asmático.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
Yes, yes.
Hello there, human. Sincere
Tienen la misma voz.
But I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you?
No.
This is all going so wrong. And it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
Who's this Asari consort?
Curious. You have not heard. You must be new to the Citadel. Everyone knows Sha'ira, the consort.
Ya, pero yo es que yo acabo de llegar, ¿sabes? O sea, no puedo enterarme de las cosas nada más entrar por la puerta.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
Good day, Shelton. Por aquí estaba Udina, que no queremos volver a verlo. ¿No podemos entrar? Perfecto. Mira.
Well, they've built themselves quite the lake. Wonder if anyone ever drowned in it.
Ok. Menuda pregunta.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
Gracias. Mira esto. Tantas cosas por ver. Hola, ¿qué tal? Hola, ¿qué tal? Hola, ¿qué tal?
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries.
Es una espía. Una espía azul. Me encanta.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you're at
Presidium.
the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
Me ha dado mucha gracia el... Oh!
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
Te está diciendo de forma sutil que te vayas. Que molestes a otra persona, tipo a mi hermana... No, esta no es mi hermana gemela. Al señor con ganchos en la cabeza. Uy, ¿qué te ha pasado? ¿Habéis visto? Ha hecho algo raro en la cara esta señora. Ha hecho burro. Una cosa muy rara. Hablamos con Avina.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased
Yo
to
soy
be your
Enea.
virtual guide
Encantada de
throughout this level of
conocerte.
the Citadel Space Station.
What does that mean?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
Vale, a ver si
I want
sé.
to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
Los
Do you know
espectros.
anything about specters?
The term Spectre
Dado
is
que
derived from
estamos
the branch
detrás
of
de uno.
Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels.
Bueno, pues Siren creo que se ha ido un poco.
Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
Interesante.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium. The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
Hombre, en verdad ya lo sabemos.
Following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Solarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space. They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
Why weren't they made a council race?
The council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets.
Hombre, los Volus llevan el comercio, tendrían que tener toda la economía. Bueno, toda.
It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable to meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to have a voice on the Citadel.
That's pretty damn arrogant.
I apologize if my personality has offended you. Please submit all formal complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board.
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
Do you agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified
Muy mal.
judgment.
Tendría que haber programado para ello.
And simple interaction simulations.
Vale.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
Gracias, Sabina. Es usted muy amable. A ver, tenemos que ir. ¿Esto es? Esto soy yo. No, ¿este era mi destino? Sí, esto era mi destino. Ve a la torre. Ve a la torre de la Ciudadela, que está en el Presidium, para asistir a una audiencia con el Consejo. Vale. Pero vamos a cotillear un poco, a ver. Por aquí. Me encanta el pinín. Hola, ¿qué tal? Hola. Voy a hablar con el core. Me encanta cómo hablan. You're welcome. Hola. Nada. Nada.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
¿Eres mi hermana gemela? No. Vale. Entonces no me importa dónde trabajas. O sea, sí, es muy feliz. Por aquí. A ver. Ah, este es Palin. Este es el de Sixte o algo así, ¿era? No me acuerdo, la verdad. Madre mía. Qué memoria de pez. El siguiente mensaje se ha transmitido desde una cuenta no rastreable a varios destinos de toda extranet. Se autoriza... Uy, qué música hay de... Se autoriza a realizar una monitorización más exhaustiva. Compañero biótico, ha sido seleccionado para recibir esta transmisión a causa de nuestro problema común. Pocos nos comprenden y menos aún nos toleran. Debemos resistir juntos, debemos construir nuestro nuevo mundo. Ven, únete a nosotros en el cúmulo Hawking Etan. Solo si actuamos como un solo ser podemos corregir las injusticias sufridas por nuestro colectivo. Es muy en plan... Me recuerda al episodio de los Simpson, que tenía el de la marina, el de apúntate a la marina. No sé, me ha recordado a ese. Bueno, sigamos. Sims, gran juego.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
¿Tú eres?
Have we met before?
No, but I know you well enough. I'm executive.
¿Lo ves? Era el de Sixte.
It's my job to know when someone like you arrives on the Citadel.
Alguien como yo.
Was there something you needed, Commander?
Tan magnífica y especial.
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get. And you're being given a lot. The council
yo solamente soy una comandante.
Favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
The council treats us like second-class citizens. We have to fight for everything we get.
Good. Then fight for it. But don't expect the rest of us to just sit back and let you take it. A busy man, Commander. Are we done here?
No, te voy a importunar.
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
A nadie le gustan los espectros.
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above
Hombre,
the law.
dado que es el jefe de Sixte, doy por supuesto que... me encantan los ojos. En verdad, eso no es toda la verdad, ¿no? O sea... Bueno, lo dejaremos ahí.
Tell me about CSEC.
No quiero pelear con este señor.
Police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Que eso me interesa.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about
Jopeta.
ongoing investigations.
Jopeta, tronco. ¿Dónde está el sol?
I'll be going now.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Adiós. ¿Por ahí he ido? No. Hola, hola, hola. Hola. Sí. Nasana Fredericks. Estás calvo. No nos mientas, ¿es un señor calvo?
You don't have to do it with her. You can just talk to her if you want.
Is that all you did, Jazz? Just talk?
I didn't say that.
Ha! I bet you did too.
Ok.
What do you want? Oh, Commander.
Madre mía, ¿y ese pelo que te han comprado?
This isn't an inspection. Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari.
Te hemos escuchado hablar, o sea, no, ahora no vengas con yo no sé nada.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks? No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Sí, claro.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is.
Sí. Que te he oído. Uy. A ver. ¡Ay! Os pisoteo y me camuflo. Mira, otra vez vuelvo a ser la reina del planeta. Pues eso. A ver.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Pues vale, adiós, señora.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
Venga, va.
Goodbye.
¡No! Quería que decir que sí.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
Quería decir que sí.
Commander, you here for some information?
Venga, va.
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies. Not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
What is Shaira's?
Es la consorte.
She entertains clients who can afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Más.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Lenin.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
Igualmente. Bueno, vamos a seguir. Uy, aquí no hay nada. Por aquí ya hemos venido. Por aquí hemos ido. Sí, por ahí sí he ido. Por aquí tenemos que ir. Madre mía, tío. La fatiga es impresionante. Uepa, ¿qué acaba de pasar? Me he equivocado de botón. Oh, esto es para viajar rápido, vale. Pero primero vamos a cotillear un poco y luego ya viajamos de forma rápida. ¿Qué hay ahí? Vale, lo de la ciudadela. Esperad, ¿qué hay aquí? Ah, vale. Vale. Por ahí tenemos que ir. Vamos a... Vale, no, espera, me estoy liando. Vale, tenemos que ir a la torre de la ciudadela. No, vamos a primero a cotillear a la zona de la financiera. Zona financiera. Mira, una escultura. A la gente de aquí le gusta mucho el agua. Mira, yo quiero conducir. Doy por supuesto que las cosas que hay ahí son casas o oficinas. ¿Y esto qué hace? Hace como un río y luego baja. Y el cielo supongo que será falso. ¿Cómo se creará un cielo falso? ¿Quién sabe? Who knows? Los creadores están por todas partes. Me encanta el ruidito que hacen. ¡Oli! Mira, la estatua. ¿Qué?
If you're gonna make a Krogan statue, you might as well make it big, right?
Right.
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 3. Here in the financial district, a number of businesses offer various goods and services to their exclusive clientele. The statue you see before you was commissioned to honor the Krogan soldiers who gave their lives to protect Citadel space during the Rachni Wars. In the aftermath of the Krogan rebellions, several embassies petitioned to have the statue removed. However, this motion was eventually quashed by the Council.
Tell me more about the Krogan rebellions.
In recognition of their efforts during the Rachni Wars, the Krogan were granted several new colony worlds by the Council. Over the next 400 years, the Krogan species began to expand. Blessed with an extremely high birth rate, their numbers began to swell.
Como los humanos.
Faced with a critical overpopulation crisis, the Krogan started a violent colonization of nearby worlds inhabited by other Council species. The Krogan rebellions had begun. For a full century, the Council and its member species fought to bring the Krogan under control. With the aid of the newly discovered Turian Empire, they were ultimately successful.
Sí, exactamente iba a decir.
Stop the Rachni, then you needed the Turians to stop the Krogan. So who's going to stop the Turians?
I'm sorry, that question is beyond my programming parameters.
Los humanos. Y entonces los humanos, ¿quién detendrá a los humanos? Y así es un ciclo sin fin.
Why did the Council fight so hard to keep the statue?
The Krogan were instrumental in saving the galaxy from the Rachni threat. The Council believed this historical fact should not be forgotten. The Council also hoped that preserving the memorial would improve diplomatic relations with the Krogan and bring about a peaceful resolution to the rebellions. Unfortunately, the Krogan refused to negotiate and only surrendered after their population and homeworlds had been ravaged by the Turians.
No voy a decir que se lo merezca.
What were the Rachni Wars?
Nearly 2,200 years ago, explorers seeking to expand Citadel space opened up mass relays leading to systems controlled by the Rachni. A highly intelligent and aggressive insect race, the Rachni unleashed a war of conquest against the rest of the galaxy that lasted for nearly 3 centuries. The emergence of the Krogan finally turned the tide in favor of the Citadel species. Krogan forces provided the numbers necessary to halt the Rachni advance and drive them back. The Krogan then pursued their retreating fleets. Able to survive the harsh environments of the Rachni homeworlds, the Krogan hunted their enemy to extinction.
Was it really necessary to wipe them out?
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that
Ay, mía,
nature goes
señora.
beyond my programming.
No está programada para nada.
Using Avena. Have a pleasant day.
YouTube. Vale, he venido por ahí. He venido por ahí, sí. Hola. 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 Qué delgado. Y qué patas. Es como una serpiente. Una serpiente. No quería hablar contigo, quería hablar con este.
Ah, human.
Wow, con
This
eco.
one is greatly pleased
This
to see
one.
you here in my decadent emporium.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Vamos a ver.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
Ah, pensaba que me quedaría mirándome a mí misma y yo, vale. Y yo, this one. Precio 70. Usante, no, gente, no voy a poder hablar. Venga, va. Es que no tengo mucha pasta, la verdad. A ver, voy a... Tengo 2 hammer, así que voy a vender uno. Vender chatarra, sí, por favor. Vender. Vender. Ah, he vendido 2. Madre mía. Vender. Es que tengo muchos. Vender. Casi vendo el guardián. Luego ya los investigo más. Ah, sí, podía. Valor 22. Valor interesante. Vale. A ver.
Commander, it is good to see you again. Would you care to see some of its fantastic items today?
Why do you refer to yourself as this one and it?
For the same reason that humans are so inquisitive. It is part of our culture.
Interesante respuesta, ¿eh?
Specifically, Hanar only refer to themselves in the first person with family or intimates. And we rarely do so with other species. It is just our way.
Interesante.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this
No me vas a
place
decir
simply
nada
refer
más,
to it as
¿verdad?
Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Thank you. Adiós.
Soon. This one receives new shipments regularly.
Me encanta cómo habla, la verdad. No voy a mentir. ¿Dónde estoy yendo? No sé, voy a seguir investigando. This one, no he encontrado nada aquí. This one, no hay nada aquí. El tendedero. Es tendedero, ¿no? Sí, tendedero. Hola, señor azul. Indicaciones. ¿Qué hay aquí? Hola.
What's this? One of the Earth Clan.
Otro con asma.
Very famous one, yes? You are the one called
Ay, mía, soy famosa.
The tale of how you survived the great tragedy on Akuz.
Ah, es verdad. Lo de Akuz. No me acordaba que lo había elegido, madre mía.
I'm amazed each time I hear it.
You've got me at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barla Vaughn. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed. I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
Tell me more about your job.
La cotillear. Cotillear es más importante que saber cosas de la ciudadela.
Laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law. Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed. For example, suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in
Hanar es los aliens que acabamos de hablar, los que hablan con eco.
Accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances.
Este señor casi no tiene asma al hablar. No es como el otro, que el otro de verdad me daba como... Me daba como ansiedad, la verdad.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
Ahora no sé si le he preguntado lo de la ciudadela, madre mía.
It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor goes much deeper than the hull and engines. From the Presidium to the wards,
no le he preguntado lo de la ciudadela.
Is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel spaced together in a single strong community.
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find out in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
What makes the Presidium so special?
It is the political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species in the known galaxy acknowledge the Council's authority on interstellar matters. But only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium.
Sí, y vosotros
This
no.
level of the station is reserved for the elite.
Vosotras estáis en el consejo no.
Goodbye, Commander.
Goodbye, Parlabon. Pues mira qué vueltita más simpática que hemos hecho. Mira ese señor ahí apoyado viendo la vida pasar. Y este es... ¿Qué?
Art doesn't normally do much for me, but that relay statue, I like.
A ver, no voy a negar que sea grande y tal, pero a ver, tanto como me gusta. Uy, perdona, señora.
Look at that bug thing over there. What's it doing?
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Hemos visto un montón de keepers.
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 2. You are standing near the base of the Citadel Tower, one of the Presidium's most recognizable and important structures. Behind me is the spectacular Relay Monument, a scale model representation of a Prothean mass relay. To your left is one of the Keepers, the enigmatic caretakers of the Citadel, working on a control panel. You may see Keepers involved in various tasks throughout all levels of the Citadel. We ask that you do not interfere with them in any way. The Keepers are essential to the smooth operation of the Citadel. Obstructing their daily work will result in harsh penalties, including incarceration and rehabilitation.
Madre mía.
I'd like to know more about the Keepers.
Little is known about these peaceful servants of the Citadel,
Me encanta.
though they are essential to the operation and maintenance of the entire station. Citadel regulations protect the Keepers against interference during the performance of their tasks. Failure to comply will result in harsh penalties. Keepers can be seen in all sections of the Citadel, but are typically found in and around the tower.
Any particular reason there are so many Keepers in this area?
The Keepers do not communicate with other species.
O sea que no tenéis ni idea de por qué están ahí.
Many of the station's systems, such as navigation and life support, function automatically. It is believed the Keepers operate those systems from inside the tower's inaccessible core. The Keepers also make frequent appearances in the Council Chamber itself, though they appear to be just passing through on their way to some other destination.
Me encantan los cuidadores.
Citadel Tower.
Housing both the Council Chambers and Citadel Control, the tower is one of the most important buildings on the station. Access to these areas is restricted to those with the appropriate clearance.
What happens in Citadel Control?
Citadel Control handles all incoming and outbound transit. Every ship within 2,000 kilometers of the Citadel is under the jurisdiction of Citadel Control. At peak capacity, they are responsible for monitoring upwards of 1,000 vessels.
I'd like to hear more about the Council Chambers.
The business of the Council, which often has far-reaching effects on the galactic community, is conducted in a room at the apex of the Citadel Tower. The Council Chambers themselves are truly a magnificent sight to behold, though few get to experience the view in person. Typically, only the councilors, ambassadors, and high-ranking officials, along with various support staff, are allowed access.
What if someone has business with the Council?
The average citizen must go through the proper channels
Somos
if they wish an audience
especiales.
with the Council. This is usually arranged through their respective ambassadors. Even then, few are given access to the actual Council chambers. In most cases, the ambassador acts on behalf of the citizen.
I'm scheduled to have an audience with the Council.
Te ha faltado hacer así en el hombro en plan me han invitado.
But that is outside the scope of my programming.
Bueno, pues
That's all for now.
por ahora,
Thank you for using Avina.
you're welcome. O sea que por aquí es por donde yo tengo que venir. Perfecto. Uy, que me chocó. Perfecto. Hola, gente. Madre mía, sí que hay cuidadores, sí. Hola, gente. Estos son los distritos. ¿Dónde estoy? Estoy yendo a otro lado, vale. No. Esto es lo que quería. Esto lo he visto. Ahora, he venido por aquí. He ido aquí. Pero no he ido a lo del consorcio. Madre mía. Yo quería ir a lo del consorcio. ¿Puedo ir en plan rápido? Sí. Lugares de presidium. Sala de la consorte. Y no me dejan conducir. Gracias. Mira, nada más. Una buscadora. Hola, buscadora. Cuidadora. Hola, Nelina.
Welcome. I am Nelina.
Nelina.
I don't recognize you as one of our expected clients today. Would you like me to see when the consort will be able to meet with you?
Can't I just go in?
Soy una commander.
Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek the consort services.
Di que Shepard está
But
aquí.
if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
What do you do here, Nelina?
I'm one of the consort's acolytes. Many of the people here today will not see the consort, but they expect to be attended to just the same. It's our job to ensure that they leave contented.
What exactly do you attend to?
Well,
Me encanta la voz que ha puesto de... ¿Cómo es eso de atender? Grrr.
As much as possible, we seek
Aunque
to
también
match the needs
Nelina
of our
pone voz
clients to the
de...
skills of our acolytes.
Tengo
My
secretos.
specialty is touch. My fingertips can find every tension point in your body and relieve it.
Yo...
I'd like to try out your services.
Me encanta.
Excellent. I'll add you to our client list. We should be able to see you in 3 or 4 months.
¿En serio? Me estás troleando.
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name and you'll be contacted. Is there anything else?
What is the consort? What does she do?
It's difficult to explain. She's many things to many people, and something different for each. Some seek her for advice, some for entertainment, others still for pleasure. Most of the time, our clients won't realize what they were seeking until after she has provided it for them.
You make her sound like some kind of oracle.
No, not in the usual sense. She's merely a woman with remarkable compassion and a generous spirit. I
Es
suggest you make an
diosa.
appointment and see for yourself.
Vale, ¿y
I think
cómo,
I'm done here.
y cómo pido
I
una?
hope you'll return again in the future. We always enjoy seeing new clients.
Nalina.
Ajá.
Yes, Shaira?
Send the commander up to see
Lo
me.
ves, si
I
es
wish
que
to
ni
speak
siquiera has tenido que decir que yo vengo.
Yes, of course, mistress.
¿Y por qué esta música y ese toqueteo en la pared?
It appears the consort has taken notice of you. She'd like to meet with you now.
What does she want to see me for?
I don't know. You'll have to ask her yourself. Just
¿Me ha
head
guiñado un
upstairs.
ojo?
She'll be waiting for you.
Me ha guiñado un ojo.
Well, they've built themselves quite the lake.
Me ha guiñado un ojo, Ashley. Ashley, me ha guiñado un ojo. Hola, gente que habla con los ojos. Me encanta el idioma Ojil. Hola, cliente.
I see even the humans find the consort irresistible.
No, la verdad es que me es indiferente. Hola, cliente.
This is my first time. I can't believe I didn't come sooner.
Ok. Hola, acompañante.
You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
Vale. A ver. Que me voy con la puerta. Hola. ¿Y eso qué es? Hola, ¿esto es una cama? No, eso no es una cama. ¿De qué hablo? ¿Qué es esto? Uy, qué susto.
I've heard a great many things about you since your arrival here in our citadel.
I don't like people spying on me.
I apologize, Commander. I make it my business to know when important people arrive on the station.
De verdad, me hacéis subir los coloretes.
But that is not why I asked you here. I have a certain problem that could use your expertise.
Tell me more, tell me more.
Tell me about this problem you're having.
I have a friend, Septimus, a retired Turian general. I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out. Now he spends his days in Cora's den, drinking and spreading lies about me. If you
Interesante.
would speak to him as a fellow soldier, I believe he will listen to you and let the matter be.
¿Me tienes que tocar para que te diga que sí?
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy too much to go into
Y yo
details.
respeto el espacio vital de una persona.
His prerogative.
I don't make any promises, but I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Commander. That is all I can ask. Appeal to his sense of honor. Remind him of his position as a general. If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me, I would be very grateful.
¿En serio qué acaba de pasar? ¿Pero por qué esa señora se ha acercado
Now
a
I
mí?
must ask you to take your leave. I have many clients waiting to see me.
¿Por qué te acercas a mí? Es que te disparaba si pudiera. Es como Alenko. ¡Alenko! ¡Ay, sí, te dejo disparar! Y tú también. Hombre. Vamos, que no puedo abrir la puerta.
Rally round.
Vale. Pues tenemos que ir a... No me acuerdo dónde teníamos que ir. Pero bueno, lo iremos averiguando sobre la marcha. Siempre va bien ir averiguando cosas sobre la marcha. Vale. Ya hemos ido a la sala de el banco y todo esto lo hemos mirado. Y vamos a entrar en la torre de la ciudadela. Perfecto. Pues ¿dónde hay para viajar rápido? Aquí mismo, mira. A ver. Acceso de los distritos. Vamos a ir a los distritos. A ver, que creo que no hemos ido. Creo que estaba a punto de entrar a los distritos. Sí, me he dado cuenta, es verdad. Hola. Uy, un ascensor. Vamos, vamos, corre, corre, que lo perdemos. Ah, fuck. Pues nada. Se acabó. No dejan cotillear. Se acabó. ¿Dónde estaba la torre? ¿Dónde estaba la torre? Vale, ahí, perfecto. Me sonaba que estaba acá enfrente de esto, pero por si acaso. Hola, torre. A ver, ¿cómo es? No puedo mirar más arriba, así que GG. Ay, ¿qué? ¿Tirándote?
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
Ah, no me había dado cuenta. Ahora se puede omitir. Es que omito yo a las conversaciones del ascensor. Se han encendido lo de... Mira eso. Desaparecen del aire. Se ha encendido la luz desde... La luz. ¡Uy! ¡Garrus! 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 Quiero decir... Oh, Dios mío, ¿quién será este señor?
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian.
Encantado de conocerte, Garrus Vicarian. No sé quién eres, la de verdad.
Come across anything I should know about?
Saren's a Spectre. Most of his activities are classified. I couldn't find anything solid. But I know he's up to something. Like you humans say, I feel it in my gut.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Mira, te vaticino una cosa, Garrus. Sé que no nos conocemos, pero te voy a decir algo. Mírame a los ojos cuando te hablo. No me van a hacer ni puto caso. ¡Hala! Placer. ¿Qué tal? La fuente. ¿No te mojas desde aquí? Yo diría que sí te mojas, ¿eh? Pero bueno. Que te vaya bien el baño, chica. Con agua reciclada de no sé dónde. ¿Pensáis que las plantas son de verdad? Yo diría que no. Otro criadero de esto. ¿Qué te parece? Sí, bueno, sí. Pensaba que ibas a decir que una escalera era por personas muertas o algo así. Pero sí. Tienes razón, siempre pensando en tácticas de combate. Otro criadero de esto. Hola. Este no está haciendo nada. Este está aquí en modo, por favor, matadme. Estoy aquí, necesito una cerveza. Y estoy cansado, mira mi cuello. Me gusta mucho, la verdad, el diseño de esos bichejos. Bueno, son de verdad, no son hologramas. Las plantas. ¿Sabéis lo que es el COVID, gente? El COVID. Mirad qué poca distancia hay entre vosotros. No, no, ahora no os pongáis incómodos. No os pongáis incómodos, he dicho. Maldita gente que no respeta el COVID. Hola, capitán. Hombre, ha tenido que empezar. He tardado un poquito en venir, ¿sabes? O sea, he estado cotilleando, he hablado con un montón de gente. No sé, tal vez la muerte de Nihilus. La muerte de Nihilus.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dockworker.
Ay, mira, ¿y esos dientes?
I resent these accusations.
Hola, que está aquí el señor Saren.
That just let you catch him off
Bueno, aquí literal no.
You always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
Fuiste tú, no yo. A ver, vamos a intentar conservar la frialdeza.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report.
Pero que la mataste tú y tú ya estabas ahí, que yo te vi. Que yo te vi.
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the council.
Pero qué ojazos que tiene mi Enea, de verdad. Me ha robado los ojos.
That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Council.
Está intentando que os fijéis en mí para que no os fijéis en que él mató a Nihilus.
You can't hide behind the council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been
Bueno, ya ha sacado los gusanos de la lata. Creo que no tendríamos que haber dicho esto.
Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and
Aquí no puedo decir nada en contra. Sé qué sentido tiene. No. Está en plan, no, vamos a ejecutarla porque está loca. Loca.
Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
Cállate, Saren, cállate. Que yo te vi. Con el ojo de mirar. Mira la cara de Udina en plan, oh Dios mío, ¿qué me ha pasado en los labios? Tengo que vivir con ellos ahora.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
A ver. Cotilleo, ¿de dónde conoces a Saren? Dímelo.
I worked with him on a mission a long time.
Y se pone ahí en plan, a ver, te lo voy a explicar. Pues estábamos una mañana.
But I know what he's like, and he has to be stopped.
Pararlo como sea.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable.
Totalmente.
We need to find some way to expose him.
Que me hagan a mí Spectre. Esto. Garrus.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
No pienso decir no confío en él. Aunque no lo conozcamos, siempre hay que dar el privilegio de la duda a las personas. Así que podría ser útil. En Sixe, ¿no?
who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business.
Porque siempre todos los juegos la persona principal es como tienes que ir a hacer esto, tío, moveos también vosotros. O sea, estáis sentados en vuestros traseros hermosos y yo tengo que comerme todo el marrón. No me parece, pero claro, si no pasase eso, entonces no habría juego. O sí, porque a lo mejor yo podría buscar mis propias misiones.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent
Ya he hablado con él.
The shadow broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives.
Interesante.
But his information won't come cheap.
Vale, a ver.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up.
Eso pasa en todos.
No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Ni yo. Ni yo. Yo mataría a todo el mundo.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars. It causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions.
Ya, pero...
But only if there's no other way.
Ahí está.
Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Vale, a ver, vamos a empezar por el
Tell me
corredor.
more about the shadow broker.
Tell me more, tell me more.
Politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game. And the shadow broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics. Doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
Digamos que es it.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the
Es
council.
algo neutro.
He's just frustrated. The council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Maybe they'd let us join the council if we were more willing to cooperate with the other species.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, they'd love to have us on the council. But it
Eso
wouldn't be
también
much
es
of a
verdad.
deal for us. I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests too.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects
Como
in
muchos
custody,
humanos. O
robbery
sea,
accusations,
Anderson,
alcohol and
no te
drug use.
rayes.
The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
Guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
What's their command structure like?
There is no
tienen.
command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law. Do whatever it takes
Y no
to
tienen
accomplish their
vacaciones,
goals.
o sea, quiero
The Council
decir,
just turns a blind eye.
en algún momento dejarán de tener misiones.
How do
Digo
they
yo.
decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done. Like you.
Huh?
They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation. But with him gone, things are still up in the
Pues
air.
se lo preguntamos a Saren a ver qué le parece.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?
Pues nada. O le quitan el espectro, doy por supuesto. ¿Lo ves? No suele haber más de una solución. Lo matan, básicamente.
Tell me about Barla Vaughn.
O sea, a mí me dicen eso y luego me dicen, ¿quieres ser un espectro? Y yo, no, venga, va. Sé tú.
He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, specters. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
Muy bien, pues ha sido de mucha información. I should go.
I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Vale. Gracias, señor. Pues nada, bien. ¿Qué, Ashley? ¿Qué? A ver, cuéntame. Sí. Ya hemos hablado sobre esto. This guy.
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind.
No, yo quiero saberlo. ¿Qué es? Cuéntame.
Yes, is there something you want?
Sí.
Why are you so interested in the keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the keepers.
Que acabamos de ver con ese señor o señora o alguien sin identidad.
I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the keepers.
Sí, eso es verdad, te meten en la cárcel y todo ese rollo.
Might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
Venga,
I can
va.
help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities. I don't even know who you are.
Soy superior.
Commander Shepard with the Alliance military.
I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
Yo también, la verdad.
Get going then.
Yes, I have much work
¿Qué os pasa en la boca?
And good luck with the scanning.
A los salarianos. No me había dado cuenta hasta ahora. Pues vamos a escanear. Mientras me dais dinero, yo escaneo. Creo que he visto uno por aquí arriba. Sí, míralo. Es que están por todas partes. Están por todas partes. Hola, ¿qué tal? Mira, vengo a hacerte un pequeño escáner. ¿Lo ves? ¿Ya está? Escaneo. Y luego había otro por aquí. ¿O era mi imaginación? Creo que era mi imaginación. ¿Te gustan las vistas? Uy, esa sombra tan random que ha aparecido por ahí arriba. Sí, creo que por aquí me lo he imaginado, ¿eh? No hay nada. Vale, bien. Escaneamos piedras. Sí, eso. Pues, mira. No, ese ya lo he escaneado. Ese era el que está un poco... Por ahí no hay... ¿No? Por aquí... Me encantan los ruiditos que hacen, tío. Teretetete. 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 Bueno. No me voy a obsesionar con lo de los cuidadores, criadores o centelladores. O la persona. Yo voy a seguir mi camino y si veo, pues escaneo. Y si no, pues la verdad es que he visto un montón, tío. Podría haber escaneado todos. El ascensor, la música. Vale, entiendo. Han quitado lo de... Es lo que hay, ¿sabes? O sea... Vamos. Ah, mira. Nada más salir. Un cuidador, criador, lo que sea. Vale. Sí, 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 sí. Yo solamente los escaneo. Mira, ahí hay otro. Ah. ¿Qué pasa?
You're creating a public disturbance. It's against Citadel regulations.
Ajá. Me encantan las voces de estos señores. Voy a escanear ese antes de que se me olvide. Y os hablo. Hola, ¿qué te pasa?
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
Are there laws being broken here?
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
Why don't you just arrest the Hanar?
Arréstalo y punto. De Julie. Qué capullo.
The Hanar become vocal when they feel their religious beliefs are being suppressed.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of the license.
What's the purpose behind the evangelical?
Hombre, supongo que no te pongas en medio del consejo a decir, oh, mi Dios es mejor que el tuyo porque este lo dice. Ah, venga, va, te echaré una mano. A ver, deja de llamarle Jelly. Que no es un Jelly.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
Is this really how you want to represent the Enkindlers?
The truth of the Enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language and gave the universe the mass relays.
Interesante. O sea, sus seres son los proteanos, ¿no? Por supuesto. Vale, necesito intimidación o encanto. Un momento, que creo que no, lo he subido todo. Tengo que pagarle. En serio, tengo que pagarle. Mejora la puntería. Mejora la puntería. ¿Esto qué es? Primeros auxilios a medicina. Esta sí se... Pues voy a mejorar esto. Sabotaje, sí. ¿Por qué no? Me voy a mejorar la barrera. Porque mi barrera, por favor. Y tendría que haberme puesto un puntito o dos de aquí para que me suba un poco las cosas, pero bueno.
This one will continue to spread its message.
Pues a ver, te lo voy a pagar.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
Pues
this one only wishes to spread the truth to
What if I purchase the
Finances are only a partial limitation. This one does not believe that one should pay in order to speak the truth. However, this one also does not possess the 150 credits necessary to purchase the permit.
Otro gorrón aprovechado.
I knew it. You're not just evangelizing, you're panhandling.
This one desires no charity. It only desires to spread the
Ya,
truth
pero no
of the
tienes,
Enkindlers.
no tienes 150 dineritos. créditos. Eso. Pues ahí te quedas, Disbon. Yo ahora mismo no te voy a pagar 150. Esto eran los distritos que no podía haber no entrado. Vale, porque necesitaba entrar en... Perfecto, pues ahora entramos en los distritos.
Many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Interesante. Pues creo que lo vamos a dejar aquí, sin mirar lo que nos avecina delante de nosotras. Vamos a dejar el capítulo aquí. Hemos ya visto un poco el consejo, ese consejo que no nos hace ni caso. A Saren mintiendo, porque Saren te vi con el ojo de mirar. Y bueno, espero que os haya gustado, espero que nos veamos en el siguiente vídeo. Si se os ha gustado, dadle like, suscribiros para más vídeos, y nos vemos en el siguiente. Muchas gracias, hasta luego.